All right, so we're in the review for the test. And so for the review for the test, we have these 6 questions we've been working on. And the first 2 questions are related to dimensional analysis. And in this first question, we're asked for the dimensions of this box right here. And this box is a 6-inch by 6-inch by 3-inch cubical object. So we're just going to get the volume by taking length times width times height. And so we get 108 inches cubed for the volume. And one thing that can be real tricky is what number do we start with when we do our dimensional analysis? For one thing, it's really tempting to use this 9.32 as the number we start with. But in fact, we don't want to start with that number. Density is almost always a conversion factor that we end up using later on in the problem. So in fact, we want to start with our actual volume of our actual object, 108 inches cubed. From the yellow sheet, you know that 1 centimeter is 0.394 inches. And since this is inches cubed, we need to do that conversion 3 times. And you can either divide by 0.39 3 times, or you can just cube it and divide by that number cubed. In any case, a centimeter cubed, as we saw in class, is a milliliter. And now here's this key step where I use the density. And the milliliters go to grams. Finally, 1,000 grams is in a kilogram. And we get that pretty small, I don't know if you know what 6 inches is. 6 inches is pretty small. There's a pretty small brick, and it weighs 16 kilograms because silver's pretty heavy. It's pretty dense. Okay, so that's how we would do something with 3 dimensions. Number 2 has us look at something with velocities. And there's really 2 ways you could do this problem. One way to do this problem would be to take 5 miles and as one unit analysis problem, figure out how many meters it is. And then as a separate unit analysis problem, turn 38 minutes into seconds. Then you'd have 2 answers. You could divide them to get the speed in meters per second. And if you do that on the test, I will not mark it wrong. That's fine. I'd prefer if you could figure out a way to do it all in one dimensional analysis problem like I've done here, but it's okay if you don't. So what I did is I started with the 5 miles over 38 minutes because that's what I did. I ran 5 miles in 38 minutes. I used to run faster than that, but not any longer. Now this is pretty good speed for me. I need the miles to go away. So way over here, I'm canceling the mile that's way over here. And I've got 1,609 meters from the yellow sheet. Similarly, the minutes that's in the denominator needs to get canceled. So I put 1 minute on top and 60 seconds on bottom. And then when I go do the math here, I just have 5 times 1,609 divided by 38 and divided by 60 gets me my final answer of 3.5 meters per second. So that's just 2 more dimensional problems, dimensional analysis problems that might help you out. Remember, there's the other video on dimensional analysis that you could also look at. Good luck on the test. If you need help, come and see me before the test. Time's running out. Thanks.